I'm here at the NFL game. Chiefs, vs. Chargers. But the best part, I'm not in the US.
I'm actually in São Paulo, Brazil, the biggest city in South America, and tonight it's hosting something completely unique.
Behind me is Arena Corinthians, which is usually the house for huge football matches, or should I say soccer. And tonight it's all about American football.
But let's talk a bit. Here's the thing, watching the NFL in Brazil isn't just about the game on the field, it's about the atmosphere. And I can tell you it's completely different from what you usually see in Los Angeles or Kansas City. The Brazilian torcida, the organized fans, bring drums, chants and songs that don't stop from kickoff to the final whistle. At moments it feels like an NFL game and more like a World Cup final, with fans singing in Portuguese, waving flags and keeping the energy alive non-stop. And well, obviously it was really loud. But let's first talk how we got here, and actually to buy tickets here in Brazil it's quite a mission because they usually disappear. So for example, here I tried to get some tickets, but when you press the button it shows that there are no more tickets and it's quite confusing. So I actually bought my tickets from some random woman who did not manage to come to the game, which is quite risky. I definitely do not recommend it because, well, it could be just a fraud. But, well, good for me, it all went smooth and I ended up paying $2,800 for 2 tickets, which is about $500. And the game itself was electric from the very first snap. Every time the Chargers or Chiefs lined up, the entire stadium was locked in. And what surprised me the most was how tuned in the Brazilian crowd was. They were not just cheering randomly, they understood the plays, the downs, the big moments, which I actually did not.
It's really fun that Brazilians actually love to eat popcorn anywhere. And so, here it is. So in terms of the food, the prices are quite alright. I did not see much Brazilian food actually. As I mentioned earlier, there is some popcorn, but I guess that's it. Only burgers and some sandwiches.
And of course I also decided to grab something to eat for me and my cameraman, and for 2 cheeseburgers and 2 Budweiser beer, it was about 130 Brazilian reais, which is about 24 USD.
The rules are pretty strict. You can only buy alcohol if you are 18.
But it was quite tasty. I mean, I'm not a big fan of food at some events because they're usually pretty dry and not really tasty, but at the same time, like, it was alright because I was quite hungry by then, and yeah, it was fine, and with beer it works. Oh, and of course they also just like go around with some boxes with drinks, so you can also just buy it without leaving your seat. Then comes halftime, and this part really blew me away. Instead of a simple show, the NFL brought in Karol G, one of Latin America's biggest superstars. And honestly, her performance felt like something straight out of a Super Bowl halftime show. Lights, dancers, the crowd singing along. For a moment, you forget you're in São Paulo and feel like you're at the biggest stage in American football. But what stands out most is how much NFL culture is growing here. A few years ago it was rare to see someone in Brazil wearing an NFL jersey. Now you see jerseys from every team. Chargers, Chiefs, Packers, Cowboys, you name it. Just walking around the city. Stores and malls are starting to sell official merchandise, sport bars are showing Sunday games, and younger fans are picking up the sport quickly. This isn't just a novelty anymore, it's becoming a real part of Brazilian sport culture. And being here to witness it firsthand makes it clear. The NFL has found a second home in Brazil.
And here we come. What did you think of this experience? Like and follow me for more.